Biggie. Big.
What's up? Happy birthday to the king of comics, Jack Kirby. What's up, Bleeker? Beckerman? Dude, Beckerman just got a Arn Anderson replica belt, and it's super sick.
I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
Biggie. Biggie.
So I'm gonna try to explain why I'm such a Kirby fan. Be a quick little video. So when I say Kirby is my favorite artist, and whenever I think of what it takes to be a good artist, I think that every artist that does comic books should be thankful to Jack Kirby, and anybody that collects comic books.
How are you gonna do it?
When I hear other people say their favorite artist and they don't say Jack Kirby, that's okay with me. That's fine that people have bad taste and don't appreciate what got us here. That don't bother me. It's like, that's what Kirby would want. Kirby would want us to have different artists, just their favorites and shit. It's just that me, I recognize what he did and how much he put into his art. So, it's hard to explain, but it's kind of like a comical. It's kind of like a comic strip kind of action art with Jack Kirby. It's like, you see, he worked in romances a lot before he got into superheroes. Romances were really big. He kind of got a start there, I believe. I'm probably gonna fucking say something stupid, but he was doing like war, romance. Then he started getting into like, a little bit of the monster stuff. Once the Marvel started kicking up, monster shit started getting important. And then the superhero rebirth. I mean, besides, Kirby started when way back in the day, Captain America days. So I don't know what Kirby's first professional art is. I do think that Captain America 1 is Kirby's first piece of art. Um Correct me if I'm wrong. At least for Marvel, Marvel, and it was timely. So, Kirby was off doing all that stuff. He was doing Cap, doing Submariner, Human Torch, um, Toro, fucking he worked on DC back then. He did some Green Arrow work. He did some Batman shit. He did what are they called? I got one of them. The boy. I forget the fucking names, but oops, might help if I actually post it. There you go. So the boy commandos. Okay. So he did some boy commandos, but I think that the new like Silver Age start, people say it's Flash, what is it, Flash number 8 or Flash number 4, All Flash 4 or something's the first Silver Age book, but FF1 is supposedly the first like F or Silver Age book. It's also the first Silver Age team for Marvel, and that was kind of the beginning of it with the ASM one and the Hercules one, or the fuck Hulk one, X Men one, Daredevil one, Avengers one, all that stuff, right? So like Kirby was at the helm of all of that, bro. All of that. And we haven't got past that since. And I blame it on poor licensing deals. These creators from the 60s worked for them and had basically no rights to their work. So the further down the line, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, these newer characters are more owned by their creators than they've probably ever been. So there's been out of case lawsuits with Kirby and Dicko family, saying that they own pieces of certain art or certain characters and shit. But for me, I believe they're going to stick with the old stuff because of that. And a lot of people don't agree with that or even fucking care about it, but that's just my opinion. We're not going to see all this new shit, and if we do, they're gonna be paying more to the people. Like, okay, Deadpool, like as big as Deadpool is, how much of it does Layfield get? I don't fucking know. Does he get any? Is he fighting for it? I have no idea. He probably signed all his rights away. Um, why have we been stuck? Why have we been stuck with the old '60s characters for as long as we have? Even without the MCU, like it's just been that way. It's kind of like the Renaissance era and all them French artists and Europeans. Like that was the greatest art this world will ever see. Is the Renaissance era. Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael, all those guys, right? So I think the 60s is the most important era of comic book art. And Stan Lee wrote a lot of it and had a big enough brain to see it what had longevity and shit. So, with Kirby's art, I don't think these stories meant that much without the art. So, it's very fascinating and interesting. And the more I collect, the more I get um magnetized to his style. I appreciate the early incarnations of these characters. Whenever he could do a character the first time, and a lot of the times be the best, most desirable cover art for that character out of the whole fucking run. Like he just has a knack for fucking doing that, dude. And I don't think a lot of artists do. I don't think a lot of artists do, man. So, um, Kirby was good at that. He did it good. Um, he switched to DC and to Marvel a few times. He never really was like super satisfied with um the way shit was. He wasn't like a fucking groundbreak. I mean, he was groundbreaking. He was definitely idolized. At one point in the 90s, people didn't like they were like trying to get away from the Kirby shit, and they was doing all the new stuff, and meanwhile all those guys idolized Kirby. um I think of Kirby with his anatomy, his muscles, his dynamic moves, like the Kirby movements, actually swooshing in the air and shit, and stuff coming at you, and the dynamicness of it and shit like that. I'll hear somebody say Alex Ross is their favorite artist. What fucking Alex Ross cover has a first appearance or is important enough for me to even fucking know about? My favorite Alex Ross cover was Immortal Hulk 2. Beautiful. One of the greatest, goddamn most beautiful covers. That's not a bad cover to fucking say. If that's your best, that's not a bad one, bro. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But I still want, I would rather have and would appreciate more a fucking Avengers 1 or FF1 or a FF30 or any of them, dude. So, I mean, as good as Alex Ross, I mean, he makes shit that looks like magazines, bro. Like real life. I mean, Mark Brooks ain't that far away from him. Like I like him just about as much. Infantino. I like a lot of these guys. Matina is one of my favorites. Fucking um, Jock, he's good. All those guys are good, but they don't do it's something. It don't need to look digital. It don't need to look out of a magazine. It needs to be a little comical. It needs to be dramatic. He had a monster's edge to him. He had the scary, he knew he knew he had definition in his pencils. It was a naturalness. It wasn't stiff, it wasn't straight. It was a little curvy. It was a little fucking different than what we're used to. Um I don't know why you don't get a Ross without Kirby. No, no, that's true. Um, I just don't fucking, you know, I don't identify him with a prototypical comic book artist. Like I would even give more. I don't know that fucking Ross is on my top 10, dude. I would have my top three are easy for me. Um, Kirby by a fucking million miles first. And then my second and third flip flops. Okay, so half the time it's John Romita Sr., and the other half the time it's Neil Adams. So here recently, it's been more Neil Adams for me. But those are my two and three. The two and three, not in particular order, because they're fucking neck and neck for me. So after that, it gets a little fucking harder for me. You know, I like Ditko. Ditko's good. That's four. So shit, man. After that, it gets. I like Joe Kubert, five. I like Kurt Swan, number six. Um, Kurt Swan, number six. I like my boy Allen Iverson, bro. Like the dude that did the Golden Age Kirby. Every time I see one of his covers, I fucking love them, and they're more iconic to me than Ross. So I'll take Iverson over a new artist all day. So we'll say six. Infantino, fuck it. Seven. Jim Aparo, number eight. Uh, then you could give me some Steranko for nine, and I might surprise some people with my 10th pick. Um, I'm gonna take a lady. I'll take Mary Severin for my number 10. I would have loved a guy like Gil Kane in there. Um, there's a few, out of all the modern people, Todd McFarlane is my favorite, and Dan Jurgens is right up there with them. But Dicko might be my least favorite Spidey artist. I love, besides Kirby doing everybody's shit handcrafted and handmade out of his placenta, giving birth to the world. Besides Kirby doing that, that's what makes ASM so special. Is that Ramita and Ditko combined with Ditko doing the majority of the beginning, and then Ramita coming in and just hammering the fuck out of it, is maybe better than all Kirby all the time. Bro, it's fucking good. It's really good. That's why they're in my three. And Neil Adams has nothing to do with that, but Neil Adams is just a fucking god. Like he legit is a god. So Kubert for me is four, even though he don't have many first appearance covers. And is that great? I'm just a fucking mark for Joe Kubert. And then I said my list, but Ramita was really good. I put Ramita above Ditko all day. Sure, I'll give you that. Like it's kind of macabre, bro. Ditko's Spider-Man. It's kind of like monsterish and macabre, bro. It's like a horror thing. There were some Ramita covers where it was like it felt like a Captain America cover to me. Like I think it's 42, where the Goblin Spidey wins, I believe, and Goblins beat up on the cover. I think that's a very much like a Captain America vibe. I could pull up a cap that looks just like it. So I take the whole Jack Kirby thing a little too serious. Where I see somebody like say something about a cover he did and say it wasn't good, I'll be like, dude, are you do you have real eyeballs? Like even Kirby's worst cover is still mountains and peaks and valleys further than most anybody's second shit. Like it's still good. I don't know a Kirby cover I don't like. People point at that DC Presents and say that's a bad one, but not that bad. It's okay. I like Kirby Superman. I mean, what the fuck? Am I not gonna like that? Like, come on, it's fantastic. I can't fuck with any of these new guys. They're good. They don't make comic book looking books. Well, I would rather have the old shit than the new shit. The new shit looks great. It's fun. It'll be worth money later and shit. and it's a whole thing and everything. But them oldies, bro. Every time I get my hand, I mean, just look at this, bro. Uh huh. Good job, baby. I got this X-Men 13. Like, okay, hold on. I'm getting reminded my food's done. Yeah. I'm probably gonna make a plate and I'll come back. So I just don't see shit like this anymore. And like my FF52, bro, is so nasty, dude. This is a Mike Zek. Zek's pretty good. I like Zek. But yeah, what's this one? Here's a Ditko. Here's a Ditko cover. It's fucking beautiful. I feel like Kirby might have had some. It's kind of Ditko-ish. It's a skinny fucking Spider-Man. It is a great cover, dude. I'm sure somebody might not like it. But anyways, oh yeah, I wanted to show this Transformer. This was a one per box. Yeah, it's a good one. I had it before and I sold it, so I had to get another copy. But it's a one per box. It's a deluxe size. Cost me $25, and I see them on eBay selling for around $80 with shipping. So I had to get one. It's like a deluxe size Cosmos. We've never had this big of a Cosmos before, and it's pretty sick. I don't know I could get any money out of it, or if anybody would buy it. Last time I tried to sell some Transformers, actually nobody wanted them. I was selling them fucking cheap. I had the G1 replicas, like the cassettes, the whole case, and then I had the little tiny Micromasters for fucking. I was putting them at like $5 a shot, bro, and people didn't buy them. I was just like, okay, I guess this shit ain't worth as much as what people fucking say it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I was in the room full of comic collectors asking them to buy toys, but it's like half what they usually sell for from what I see. But you know, I had to sell my Joe's dirt cheap. Toys ain't worth as much as what people think, man. I sold like 20 original GI Joes for like $5 a shot, bro. No big. I mean, and I was glad to do it. I was glad to do it because I needed the money. I'm gonna go make my. I got a lot of the fucking shit that's supposed to be the shit you would want, and it's not that easy making money off of them. I could sell my Kessel Grayskull and my. I tried to sell my AT-AT, and I actually fucked it, damaged it more, taking it out. It was already broke, but a little piece of it broke off. I still have it. Fucking cheap ass thing. It's a big AT-AT. It's like a $300 toy. I was gonna take it to the con and sell it, but my buddy was like, "Don't drag that, man. Fuck, that's gonna be too much to drag around." I'm like, "Dude, we're going to a place. Somebody will fucking want this, dude. They'll be seeing all the other toys sell for fucking 500, and they'll see me holding this for like $100. Like they're going to fucking buy it." He's like, "No, man, here, I'll give you money not to take it." And I was just like, "Fuck it, I won't do it, dude." You know. But I got a gang of toys. That's why I almost didn't buy this one. But I figured they don't come around much, and what the fuck, dude? I mean, a comic book's easier. You get a $2 comic book, and it's worth $20. It's this big. You're only invested $2 fucking dollars. You know, it's a win all the way around. But a fucking toy, it's just like, oh yeah. Had to get my spaghetti. So I'm gonna do a 1100 subscriber push at some point. I've been losing too many subs. And it's not because I'm not putting fucking content out. I'm making enough videos. People would rather subscribe to a channel that gets to a certain amount and then sells out. Then they sell out and then they fucking ain't allowed to do YouTube anymore because they made a fucking deal with somebody, right? They make a deal with somebody that prohibits them from fucking doing shit on their own channel. Meanwhile, you're still subscribed to them, and they're putting out little tiny shitty videos. That's the kind of shit people want to watch. What's that say, Bleeker? Bisley. Love the Lobo artist. As well, can't recall his name off the top of my head. Lobo. You know, I got a copy of it, but I've never really looked that much into it. My friend Jay Hood AOK'd me one. I'm very grateful he did because I always wanted that book. I would hope I'd run across it. And it's a nice copy. But I don't know, I didn't do enough research on that one. I would have guessed something like fucking Perez or some shit just because I'm a goofball. Simon Bisley, yeah. Sounds about right. Let's check out Comic Tom's top 10 before we get out of here. Because that's what we do on the Immortal Biggie Shack channel. We go over lists. We do speculation. We have some of the greatest comic collectors in the community on my channel. We have some of the greatest comic books. I share with you all my tricks and secrets to fucking be a collector right here. Um, let's see what old Tom Marino's got to say. Oh, y'all want to see something cool? Let me show you this. So Tom shouted your boy out, Biggie Shack. Let me show you all that. I'm a baller. Yeah, my boy Jim Mint did too.
Cousin Evie.
My mom always wanted to take me to England.
There's a wedding
I
coming
hope
up.
that ain't why
You
I'm
should come.
getting 4 or 5 missed subs at a time. I don't give a fuck. Keep
Some other types of I want to
unsubbing.
show you other
Those
flaws.
are the worst case scenarios.
I'm a beast.
We all
If you-
have kind of more like these
Here we
case
go, look.
scenarios, like more normal flaws.
This right here, I can tell just by this close-up shot. We have the first appearance of Darkseid. We were just talking about Jack Kirby. Come on, can we get a like for that transition? Hot damn! Look at this.
I think just because he's in the chat, but does that look like Biggie Shack to you?
It kind of looks like Biggie Shack.
Okay.
Comic fam in the chat, you know who Biggie Shack is. Is that Biggie Shack on the cover?
I think that's my.
He's doing some Kang the Conqueror type of shenanigans. Oh my gosh!
Traveling through time,
Shout
leaping
out
off
Biggie
the
Shack.
pages of comics.
That's how it happens.
Listen to that, guys. How fucking cool is that, right? So that happens yesterday, right? And this happens today. Find it. Here we go. Check this out. I mean, this ain't weird because Jim shouts everybody out. That is one thing good about Jim.
What's up? What's up?
Oh, what you cooking?
10. So let's do it. It's
Polylips
5.
1-1?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's what's up.
You know his name.
Here we go.
Oops. That's what's up. Holly Lopes. We got one more to do. The Gem Mint tier, which is basically like the same as the Facebook group. It's everything plus an omnibus. Let's do it up. Let's do it up.
That's better.
That's better. All right.
I see you in the chat, Immortal Biggie Shaq.
Biggie Shaq. Yo, I met my man in person for the first time. San Diego, I think. 10. Let's do it. It was San Diego. Oh, no.
Faye. That's my girl, man. Faye's the shit. All right, back to business. I'm a big dog. You see all the guys talking about me, dude. No, I'm kidding. No, I want to see this top 10. Is this it? No, that was a month ago. All right. Get to the top 10. Here we are. Is this it? One day ago. I don't want to see this one, though. I want to see this one. Right? Is this right? Did I already miss the good one I need? Fuck.
I feel incredibly loyal.
Back from Emerald City Comic Con, and you know we brought Gem Mint to the studio.
Another week, another list, another convention, and we're broadcasting live from somewhere on Spaceship Earth.
Hit the like button, slap that subscribe button. We got this Invincible Omni-Man giveaway. We're doing at 55,000 subscribers. And you know, we're here every single week for the Comic Fam talking about the comic books defining this generation of collectors. Let's get into it. The hottest comic books in the cosmos.
That's right. We're going to start at number 10, a repeat offender, Amazing Spider-Man issue 5, the first meeting of Spider-Man and Dr. Doom.
Their first battle. We also have a 12-month average on multiple grades that are on an uptick. The 2.0 hitting $1,000 this past week is 18% higher than its 12-month average. The 3.0 hitting $1,200 this past week is 4% higher.
I haven't seen this list. The last list I watched, you talked about Brainiac. That's a great book right here. This book's undervalued still. Everything Doom is fucking bananas, as well should be, dude. But Doom is on the rise, dude. Any fucking thing Doom, especially a good cover. You know what I'm saying? Chamorro Cinema, good to see you. But yes. No shit. Someone was saying they like this book. Bernaeus M14. They're fucking crazy. Sometimes you gotta let people talk. Nothing you can do about.
Then that 12-month.
Then we got the 4.5, which averages $1,619. This most recent sale.
Slew of grades seeing sales higher than their 12-month average.
The book started to spike again closer to San Diego Comic-Con when we thought we would get a Hall H announcement. That didn't come, but D23 is on the way, so collectors are trying to get those New Mutant 98s before the Deadpool 3 official announcement.
What do you think? If we get the news from D23 that anything's in production, I imagine this book goes up.
I believe I got 9.4 newsstand. I'm locked up and loaded in that book.
Of the character coming in strong at number 8.
This book saw crazy spikes in the comic boom of 2021, probably because TOS 39 became unobtainable.
This is a great book. I believe it's a Gil Kane cover, and it's just fucking fantastic. And it's kind of like a Surfer 1 good. It's like, you know how Surfer 1's a great cover. This is just as fucking good, dude. Just good as Surfer 4, just good as anything. People are like, oh, he spread his legs. It's the nut. Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off.
For many, we do have the Ironheart, the Riri Williams stuff happening. Not sure if that's playing a factor, but a lot of strong sales. A 5.0 sold for $6.79.
This book right here is garbage. This is dollar bin fodder right here. coming up.
8.5 selling for $103.
I would not. I wouldn't pay more than $5 for that book. But 9/8's going for $100. I don't want to see it. I was talking to somebody the other day. I told him, if you need a book to be a 9/8 to be $300, then it's a bullshit book. You can just get it for cover. That's the way it should be. So you wouldn't pay more than $5 for most books? No, I wouldn't. But this one especially. I'd pay more than $5 for a good book. This is almost a good book. This is almost a good book because X-Men, fantastic era. This is just as good as any other $5 fucking X-Men book. Unless there's something they're not saying that I know, but I know this book. This ain't shit. Is this the fucking first White Queen? I don't think it is. I'll let him explain it, but I just think this is like a cover appearance. Am I fucking crazy? This can't be the first White Queen.
14% above its $90 average.
The 9.0 hit 160 this past week. That's 27% above its 12-month. And then we have a
Teach me something, Tom Marino.
$1 book, and it went for a couple of dollars more. Moving on to number 7, we have Uncanny X-Men 131. This is the Dark Phoenix Saga, Part 3. It's where Jean Grey becomes the Black Queen of the Hellfire Club.
possibly my
Nothing.
favorite mutant of all time. Kitty Pryde makes her third appearance in this comic. It's the first cover appearance of the White
First cover,
Queen,
that's what I
Emma
said.
Frost, and the second appearance of the Dazzler.
We've got some high performing sales starting with the CGC 8.5 selling for $103, 14% above its $90 average.
The 9.0 hit 160 this past week. That's 27%.
I thought he might teach me something, Spider, but I do, dude.
And then we have a
I knew
9.8
what it
sale
was,
selling
brother.
for $1,930. This book was trending closer to
Hold
$1,500
up.
all
Hold up.
year.
Whoa, whoa,
That's-
whoa, 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 whoa. So a 9/8's 1900. That's a whole different fucking ball game. All right, are we sure they're talking about this fucking book? What was 103? This week, 103. This week, they're editing this. I found my first blooper. They're saying the same shit. What the fuck, Tom? They both can't be 9/8s. I know I'm stupid, but come on.
Got some higher performing sales starting with the CGC 8.5 selling for $103, 14% above
8.5. Did y'all hear that? You're welcome, Tom. You're welcome. I found your blunder. I'm sure everybody else saw this too, right?
above its $90 average.
The 9.0 hit 160 this past week. That's 27% above its 12-month. And then we have a 9.8 sale selling for
Someone's getting fired tonight. I hope it's Agu.
This book was trending closer
I
to
hope it's
50,
Agu.
debuting in 1964. Chilling with
Daredevil 1 is a fascinating book. Okay. I could have got a Daredevil 1. I could have got a Daredevil 1, but I bought my Avengers 1 instead. You only get so many chances at big fucking books like that. Okay. I was more worried about coming back for ASM 14 than Daredevil 1. So I bagged the Avengers 1, and then when I doubled back for the next biggest book I could fucking get that wouldn't make me feel bad because I bought this one instead of that one, and this and that, I had to get the first Green Goblin. Okay. So this is the first Daredevil. This is a gold suit Daredevil. Is it going to be worth more than Avengers 1? Could it potentially be better than Avengers 1? For me, no. No, it can't. It never will. It never can. Even though it's a true first appearance, Avengers 1 was the smarter purchase for my mind. It helps me sleep at night. Would I get a Daredevil 1? You know, I always put him in a category with fucking Wolverine and Punisher and Swamp Thing and Galactus, and I just put him in. I don't put him in the like blue chip ASM Hawk FF. I don't put him in that fucking group, bro. I just don't. So I mean, you could still get them. You can still get them for around a couple grand. Maybe if I hit a fucking uh a nice lick and I got a couple books out of the way, which were ginormous. But for me, I'd rather save up and get a $8,000 Hulk 1 than a $2,000 Daredevil 1. I'd rather get the Avengers 1 for 1,500 2K than 2,500 for the Daredevil 1. I'm just that way. Daredevil was just further down the line for me. I haven't got the Daredevil bug yet. I have a Daredevil 5. I have Daredevil 6 and 7. That's about all the Daredevil I got. So
with you, Jem, over this past week, I've been reminiscing about prior years that we've covered this
1.5.
3% over its 12 month.
1.5, 2,400. That's pretty good. That's about what I thought. I think my Avengers 1's about a 1.8. It might get a 2. I don't know. And I'd say it's probably worth about 2,500. So maybe Daredevil 1 is a little higher than Avengers 1. I haven't checked lately. It might be. It's not. It's undervalued. It's just that I like other shit at its value point. It's still undervalued. Everything is undervalued. This book is a goddamn masterpiece. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's a fucking masterpiece. I don't think Kirby did. Did Kirby do fucking Daredevil 1 too? That motherfucker probably did. That bad motherfucker named Kirby probably did Daredevil 1 too. So whatever. All right, let's just move past it. No, it wasn't, was it? Was it Wally Wood or was it fucking who did it? It probably was Kirby. They wouldn't admit it if it was. All right. I got this book. It's a great book. Madness AOKB 1. The header's ripped off, but it's goddamn beautiful. Love it. This is a huge book. First Gwen Stacy. First Harry Osborn. Okay. What else happens in this fucking book? There's more shit than that. It's a double triple key.
Osborn's first appearance that's got people all psyched about it. I'm not sure, but this book keeps going up. I happen to have bought one last week. I just had a good feeling about it, and I think other members are starting to feel the same way.
You mentioned Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn, but we forgot to mention Professor Miles Warren, the Jackal. A lot of Ben Reilly stuff happening. Into the Spider-Verse 2 spec. It could be Ben Reilly. It could be the Clone Saga. It could be...
Okay. It's a great book. Great book. Everything I asked him. Go, run.
$350. It's quite pricey, and there's
this book's always been all over the place. I wouldn't go running for it. It's a great book. It's a great book. Love this list. These guys are fucking killing these lists lately. The lists have gotten better. The quality's gotten better. The books have gotten better. This is what I like to see. Now, we do need some modern spec that's fun, and I saw some good speculation books I'll tell y'all about. I learned one from my buddy Bleeker. Is Dazzler #6 is the first mention of Dungeons and Dragons. And then the other one Comic Tom said that was good recently was the Power Man Iron Fist with the El Toro looking motherfucker. That's a good spec book. They're probably out there, easy to find. I'll be grabbing them books soon, at least one or two of them, maybe.
Selling for $1,500.
We had the debut of She-Hulk. We're
I
hearing
said this the
rumors.
other day. And yo, dope. Hate that cover. Yeah, I don't blame you. Jim looking like he got the Golden Girls cut. Oh, come on, bro. That's like, oh, he's got the fluffiest hair in the game, bro. And the characters have been in films multiple times. Why is Spec again? Why is it Spec again? They're just going up in value. These books are going up in value. I'm not mad at these books being on the list. I feel like these books are definitely books that are up in value. So this is one of the best lists of the fucking year. The one before it was fantastic too. Let's look at that one because it has one of my favorite fucking books on it. It has the Brainiac. All right, let's finish this. Let's see if any bullshit's on here. What the fuck is this book? I mean, you gotta give the boys credit when they fucking...
On the list, we have Ant-Man and Wasp, Quantumania coming out, Kang's here, and we have some more record-breaking sales, starting with the 4.5, which sold for $175 back in 2021, the comic boom. But in 2022, we're breaking records, 14% increase, selling for $200.
This is just like an undervalued, underappreciated key. It's a good reminder that although there's a lot of great books to purchase and a lot of great modern books to spec on, you can get a book from 1963, a 7.0, that prior sold in 2016 for $267, an increase of 22%, selling this past week for $325 for
I think the book they're talking about, the 1.8, is my book from 2021. I bought a 1.8. Here it is, right here. This is a fucking flame top 10, bro.
First appeared in Fantastic Four issue.
All right. This book is fantastic, right here. First Matt Gargan.
I love the look, and they're really lightweight. Also great colors. They're really pretty.
Turquoise is my favorite color. I am a colorful kind of guy, so I definitely need that.
Can't fake the smile.
Oliver,
Cousin Evie,
my mom always wanted to take me to England.
there's a wedding coming up. You should come.
Yet, but apparently there's some teasers in the clouds.
We haven't seen Matt Gargan since the 2017 post-credit scene, but in Spider-Man No Way Home,
A beautiful copy of that.
ripping of multiverses, multiversi, we see.
Okay, so
Got a
they're
newsstand night.
kind of joking, looking at the cloud, and they're saying, "See the lizard or whatever the fuck." It's fine, or scorpion, right? Even if there is no fucking scorpion in the cloud, it's fucking first Matt Gargan, ASM 19, then ASM 20. It's a big boy banger book. I got both, and I love them both. This book right here, I think it's the first mention of adamantium or his claws or something, and you know it's got some other keys to it.
9.6 record breaker.
It sold for $318 back in January, and it's up 40% with its all-time record-breaking sale of $445.
Add a 9.8 potential candidate of that book and the first one with John Walker on the white cover, and I sold them both to Paul for like fucking $10 or some shit, bro. I swear I did, bro. But I was thirsty, bro. I had to get these books, man. I'm glad Paul got to enjoy them. Maybe he'll get me back one day. Probably not, motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. Here's Brainiac. I shouldn't have put him up that cheap.
And so much more. Next at the list at number 7.
What?
Action Comics 242. Debut.
No way.
I love
Action
the look,
Comics
and
on the
they're really
fucking
lightweight.
list, dude.
Also
Y'all
great
believe
colors.
it?
They're really pretty.
242.
Turquoise is my
man.
favorite color. I am a
Bro,
colorful
I
kind of
was so
guy,
pumped
so
when I
I
saw this.
definitely need that.
Can't fake the smile.
I swear they're talking about my book. I'll go get it.
Oliver,
Cousin Evie,
my mom always wanted to take me to England.
there's a wedding coming up. You should come.
In 1958, and it's a pricey comic book.
And it's also a double key. It's the first appearance of the bottled city of Kandor, which is Krypton's capital, but more importantly, the first appearance of Brainiac, a major Superman villain that we've yet to see on screen.
If we get another Superman movie, which we will one day, it is likely that the bottle city of Kandor is going to be a Easter egg at best. However, Brainiac is a perfect villain, especially when you consider all of the other villains that we've already been introduced to in Superman lore. They've reutilized many of them. Lex Luthor. Give us Brainiac.
Prime for speculation, easily the most recognizable Superman villain besides the ones that we've already seen on screen, if not more so. We got a low-grade copy that broke record, a CGC 1.8. Now, it sold for $819 back in the comic boom of 2021.
Okay. The mystery has been solved, okay? 1.8 for $819. CGC, right? Okay, so I got a 1.8, but it's a CBCS, so it's not my book, okay? But I did pay like $850 or $900 for this with tax. So it went from being about a $850, $900 book to being $1,200 recently. So that's dope. But it's not my book exactly.
It's up now 47%, selling for $1,200.
Comic Butch blazing over to number 6 with me with Marvel Spotlight number 5, debuting in 1972. The first appearance of Johnny Blaze and the first appearance of the Ghost Rider.
Now, the Black Panther
This
Wakanda
book right
Forever
here, bro.
trailer,
This is the next book on my list. This is why I'm not going after Daredevil 1. Is because I have books like this, FF6, Second Doom, first team up with Submariner, single digit FF. I want FF6. I want FF6 next, and then I might go after Hulk 1. Besides that, I want She-Hulk 1 and FF6 and ASM 101. And those 3 books aren't that hard to get. You could get an ASM 101, FF6, and a fucking She-Hulk 1 for less than $2K. For sure. Be able to do that. So
we know that we're getting Fantastic Four and Avengers Secret Wars, so we know Doom has.
I think it's that low.
They're freaking out in another room. I'm gonna have to get out of here. But FF5, it's a good book. It's a first appearance. Yada yada yada.
Early Hulk key
Hulk 2 is all that
significance
matters.
alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first appearance of
shit.
Inhuman
This
to
is
talk about.
some Inhuman stuff. No big deal. It's a great book. You can get it. Go get it. I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh, I've seen Doc talk about this.
For another day, we have a 7.5 that we haven't seen hit the market in quite some time. Back in 20.
It's a good book. Skull, Plastic Man. I've heard of that book. I've seen it. It's a big dog book.
We did it. With more rental listings than anybody else, it was just inevitable that you were going to find everything that you were looking for in a
2014.
Oh my God, Melody.
Balder, of Heimdall, of Tyre. It's the first cameo appearance of Odin, and it's the third appearance of Thor. Now, keep this in mind. 2 years ago, we had a high-grade copy, a 9.6, the highest grade on the census, which there are only 4 of, sold for $53,300.
Then we went through the comic boom of 2021. We have a 9.4 to report on. There's only 6 9.4s on the census, and it sold for more than the 9.6 record-breaking sale of 2020. 9.4 in 2017 sold for $31,070. This past week, for an increase of 151%, the all-new high, an increase of $46,000. We have a sale of $78,000. Hot damn, comic fan.
It makes you think what would happen if a 9.6 in the MCU, whether it's your universe or someone else.
So that's the show. She-Hulk Yuck. Yeah, it's not a good time to buy She-Hulk, but it's a cheap book. It's not expensive. So on my way out the door, I'm going to show probably a top 3 favorite Jack Kirby cover for me. I only got a couple more books that I would consider as good as this one for a Jack Kirby cover. The other 2 being, of course, my Avengers 1 is probably my favorite book. It's my favorite book. It might not be my favorite Kirby. It's damn near my favorite Kirby. But besides that, my FF12 is another Kirby that I fucking adore. I adore my FF12. Back cover's ripped off of it, but the cover is fucking beautiful. So for Jack Kirby's birthday, my last book is a superhero first appearance, first of all. Probably the most important black superhero. I feel like I mean that's my opinion. Whatever. But yeah. FF52. Happy birthday, Jack Kirby. This is what Kirby did. Fucking Nellen first appearances. And none of these guys could do this shit. Do this shit right here. Just try to do this shit. Please do this shit if you can. Because I'll buy your books all fucking day. So yes, this is my top 3. Jack Kirby, favorite Jack Kirby. Kirby, baby, right here. All fucking day, bro. First, Black Panther. Better than FF48, better than FF49, better than Surfer 4, better than Surfer 1, better than all of that shit, bro. Give me this all fucking day. Wakanda. Yeah. So I love Kirby. I need to go through all my Kirby books and check for signatures, but I'm too lazy. So I'm not going to hold y'all up. We're going to get out of here. I showed some cool books. We showed the Brainiac. We showed the Panther. And we had fun. I'll catch y'all later. Let's end it with some NWO.
The biggest icon in wrestling.
Yeah, brother, you know, took a long time to get down that road, brother. Went down some bumpy roads. Me and all the fam, man, we all traveling choppers, big old choppers, V8 twins, boom, boom, bang, bang, going down Santa Monica, Hollywood, Rio de Janeiro Drive, dude. You know what I'm saying? Getting all them big belts with the jewelry on them, all the jewels and gems, universal champions of the world, dude. Got all my books, all the books I ever wanted in my life, dude, and some. So you get the books now, even if you couldn't afford them for later, for rainy days, brother. I got them rainy day books, dude. Been stacking them up like a squirrel stacks nuts, brother. We're Kirby'd out over here. Neil Adams from Meta Senior. Happy birthday, Jack Kirby. Thank you, Kirby, for all the blessings, all the good you gave this world, dude. What you gonna do, brother? Get your shit together, man.
The biggest icon in wrestling.
Get your shit together, dude. Shit wasn't easy. We do it because it's hard. Everything you earn that's hard is just a little bit better, dude. That's why I'm a little bit better than the average motherfucker at doing this shit right here, man. You think these books come easy, dude? You think they're just handing them out willy-nilly? Nobody gives a fuck, dude? No way, man. This is hard times, hard grind. It's just the way it goes, brother. So catch me going to Santa Monica with my Kirby books. Kirby books in your face. Kirby was the GOAT. Don't you ever forget that. Kirby did everything. Fuck anybody that don't think that. Kirby did it first. Live.